At Mark Musso Live, why do you guys think fanboyism is so prevalent, even in adults? Have you ever been fanboys before?
I don't know. It fills an empty spot in your life as an adult, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
but it's also, I think it's natural to want to root for a team. I think that's something that some people want to do. Some people have a competitive nature or competitive edge. And
you think you know me?
Yeah. and they want to root for something. I do think fanboyism is ridiculous, especially in video games. I just want people to enjoy what they enjoy. I don't think it needs to be treated like a sport. I mean, if someone has an Xbox One, I don't necessarily want. I don't want any video game system to fail. I want people who have purchased something to be able to enjoy it. I don't have an Xbox One, but I had a 360 and I loved it. This generation I have a PS4 and I love the PS4, and I don't have an interest in an Xbox One. But someone, I don't care. Other than the fact that I'd like to play online with some of my friends who have Xbox Ones, I really don't care. So I think fanboyism is silly. But the second half of the question is, have you ever been fanboys before? And the answer is...
What's the definition of fanboy? I'm going to look it up while you do that. What's a fanboy?
Like hardcore for something. I was a PlayStation fanboy in high school.
The informal definition is a male fan, especially one who is obsessive about comics, music, movies, or science fiction. That's the informal definition according to Google.
Okay.
It seems like it's...
In this, it means, fanatically being obsessed with one system and hating another system.
The definition on Merriam-Webster is a man or boy who is extremely or overly enthusiastic fan of someone or something.
Right. And in this connotation with video games, it usually is followed by extremely anti-another system. Sure. So I was a PlayStation fanboy pretty much in high school. I still always loved Nintendo handhelds, but I couldn't stand the N64. And then it's because I didn't like the system, and I didn't like the system naturally, but it was because I had friends who had it and constantly tried to force games down my throat that I didn't like, and tried to they fanboyed me.
Play War Gods, Ian.
Yeah.
No.
No. GoldenEye's the best thing ever. No, it's not.
No,
I've been playing
Duke Nukem's better.
I've been playing first-person shooters forever. So it was kind of, my fanboyism of the PlayStation was kind of in response of their fanboyism to the N64. But I mean, was it stupid of me? Yeah. I mean, was it stupid all around? Sure.
Absolutely.
But yes, I think we've all been guilty of being fanboys at some point.
Yeah, I love it. We are known as Nintendo fanboys online, even though we have hatred for some Nintendo stuff. So I don't see how you can call us Nintendo. I just don't.
Yeah, like I said, my 360 was probably my most used console of the last generation. I mean, this generation, it's the Switch and the PS4. I thought the Wii was, I was very let down with the Wii. There were some great games on it, but I mean, I'm not one of those people who's going to run out there and try to make a billion excuses for the Wii.
So this is why I think it's prevalent. I think people need to belong to groups. Those are tribalistic. And unfortunately, that comes down to sometimes to a certain comic book character you like. I've known Wolverine fanboys that'll fight you to death. Wolverine can defeat any superhero out there. And it's like, no, he can't, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Sure. I think my sports analogy was weaker, but yeah, it's you're right. It's all about being part of a group that wants to root for something or push something up is the best.
Yeah, and we see it now on social media more with celebrities, and there's fanboys of different celebrities and looking at celebrities like they're fucking gods. That's a whole other conversation. We can get into it some other time about celebrity worship.
Not now.
But there is a little worshiping factor in when you're a fanboy of something where it's like, you put it on a pedestal. It's like you look up to it. It can do no wrong in your eyes. It's what you kind of weirdly aspire to collectively.
Yeah. For the brief year and a half, 2 years that I was a PlayStation fanboy. It was, like I said, mostly games.
You're a reformed PlayStation.
Yeah,
fan.
but
It's like I did a prison.
This is
I did a prison stint in '96 and '99.
This was like when I was 16.
Yeah.
But no,
yeah, your
like
PlayStation shirt.
when I no, actually I had a Dreamcast shirt though.
Oh.
But hold on, no, I had a point. Shit. Oh, what's weird to me is that with video games now is the deification of CEOs of various like video game companies.
Does that happen? Well, it's happened with Reggie Fils-Aimé because he's like the.
Well, it happens all the time with Sony and with Microsoft and with Nintendo. Like,
what happened with Steve Jobs?
Yeah,
People looked at him as a god.
That is fanboyism. That's just.
It really started with Apple. When you get into the modern technology thing, before the modern console fanboyism, it kind of started with Apple, like 15 years ago, 16 years ago, when you had the iPod come out.
Yeah.
That's really where it's like, oh, everything Apple. Apple's, you're worshiping
the iMac.
Yeah, you're making this tech company like it's a fucking church, a religion. That used to be the big joke. It's sort of died out, but there were people like that, where their whole technological ecosystem revolved around Apple and only Apple. And they didn't want to hear anything else. Sorry, at some point, the iPod was not the best handheld personal device. The Zune, as funny as it was, because now it's a joke in Guards Galaxy, the Zune for a time was technologically superior to whatever iPod was out for a short time by Microsoft. That's the truth. I didn't have one, but, there were better phones than the iPhone. And there are at some point.
Oh, yeah.
The iMac can suck me. That thing was terrible. A built-in fucking monitor with the computer, and it cost 3 times as much as your shitty Gateway, which probably was just as powerful. Terrible. Missed my Gateway 2000. Oh, I actually found it. That's right. That'll be a fun CU podcast. We'll just go through my old high school pictures of my Gateway 2000 that were scanned in from my freaking portable cameras at the time, or disposable cameras. What was I saying? Fanboyism. Are you still a fanboy of anything? Do you think I'm a Nintendo fanboy? Or just like the old stuff?
I don't know that you're a Nintendo fanboy. I just don't think you have played much outside of
I have my 360 somewhere.
Nintendo. I don't think you're adverse to exploring
Big LA Noire fan.
new realms. Yeah, I mean, maybe, yeah, you're a Nintendo fanboy. Anyways.
Say it's right!
Yeah, that'll be the first.